This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events, and we have got a Christmas concert. You are going to love. The wonderful Michael Martin Murphey is coming back to the Hippodrome.
Yes.
And Helen Howell-Graves is here with us, the executive director of the
Taylor
Museum. There used to be the Helen Marie Taylor, and it's the Taylor Museum of McLennan County in Waco history, correct?
Right. Waco and
right?
McLennan County.
Okay, all right. I had the words
It's hard
backwards.
to say. I know.
Well, so not too long ago, Michael Martin Murphey, the famous cowboy singing artist, I mean, he is the
Cowboy
creator of
poet.
progressive country. I mean,
Oh,
he's
yes.
really a very big deal
Oh, yes.
in music circles. And had a fabulous show as a fundraiser for the museum.
Oh, yes. And we raised a little over $19,000 on that event.
That's
for the
amazing.
one
He
event.
donated a guitar and
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
was
that
just
was wonderful.
so wonderfully generous with his, what he was doing here in Waco. Of course, as a fabulous musician, he put on a wonderful show.
And now he's on his Christmas tour.
Yeah, his Christmas tour is very famous.
It is. And they have dancers and they have like traditional folk dances that he has. Some
So it's quite a
entertainers.
show.
It is a production. It's more of a production than his solo act would be.
Right, right,
course.
and that's what it was. Pretty much an acoustic act that
Oh,
he
yes,
that he
yes.
that he did for this fundraiser. This is his Christmas show, and it's going to be Monday, December 16th at the
Yes.
Hippodrome. Monday, a little bit kind of a different night for going out for a show, but it's really kind of neat to have it on a Monday
Yes,
night.
Yes, because you wouldn't be contending with all the other events.
Exactly.
That are on the
There's
weekends.
lots of other things happening. Yes. So this is something that is coming up that he basically added it to his schedule, and they're coming back with their Christmas show, but again he's kind of doing this to help out the museum, right?
He's supporting us by putting our name on all of his advertising for
Really?
the concert. And that's really cool. That's huge because that's expensive. And, if he's doing that already and then giving us the benefit of that, and he wants us to be there to support the museum and encourage people to sign up for memberships.
Yeah.
We got our
just so
first
many-
membership, sustaining member the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bill Leaks from KWBU was our first sustaining member for our
that's great.
museum. So
That's great.
it's like,
You got to
We're
begin.
going to frame it.
Yeah, begin somewhere, and this is great.
Oh, yes.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the museum because it really is a hyper-local focus.
It is going to be very focused on Waco's history and McLennan County history. We are starting to get in more and more artifacts. We got in a switchboard that was in the Citizens Bank here in Waco the other day.
Really?
And actually it was donated. We haven't picked it up yet, but it has the names of prominent families in Waco on it. So
when they
really-
called,
they got plugged in.
they got plugged in.
Yes.
How funny.
So it's really cool.
That is neat.
So we're going to be using that in our new exhibits, and we're in the process of writing grants, and I'm running around in circles a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it never ends for the executive director of a museum because you're always looking for that support, that financial support. And so to have an artist of the caliber of Michael Martin Murphey sort of take you under his wing, which he sort of has.
Oh yes, it's very cool.
Well,
It's
but now
very
you
cool.
kind of go back with him a little bit, right? I mean, you went to his
I
Christmas concert. You've
actually-
seen it.
We went to his Christmas concert 2 years ago at Christmas time in Austin.
Uh-huh.
And he announced from the stage that he would donate a guitar to nonprofits that were supporting Western history. And I went down and talked to him afterwards and got connected with his road manager. And it all morphed into the concert and the guitar and everything.
And 19 grand,
Oh,
which is great.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was
Awesome.
very nice.
Yeah, awesome. And an opportunity for people to learn more about what's happening with the
Right,
museum.
for
Now, the
sure.
museum is not open right now.
No, we're closed right now because we're going through all of our collections and entering them, like all the collection records on a database that we acquired. And then we have to renovate our collection storage, which is across the street from our building. And once it's renovated, we move everything from the main building over to the storage. And then we start on the main building. And we're in the process of more or less a capital campaign to raise funds for the museum to renovate. It needs mold remediation and asbestos remediation, and then we can put in our exhibits.
Yeah, it's an old school.
It's an old school. It started out actually in the early 1800s as the Freedmen's School, where when emancipation came to the slaves here in Texas, they established a school there for blacks, and it was burned down shortly after that. And then I think the 7th Street Colored School was the next thing that was on our grounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then Barron Springs Elementary came in like 1836, I think, is when they built the
1936.
Yes.
The
yes,
building,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
I
yeah.
misspoke. The 1936.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a 1930s
wooden.
vintage building.
Initially, it was a wooden building, and then they put the brick up. Actually,
Yeah.
I think the brick came in 1954.
Yeah.
The year I was born.
Yeah,
You know,
me
it's
too.
like-
That makes both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have ties, strong ties to that.
yes.
Yeah, of course the grounds are beautiful there.
They
Beautiful
are.
oak
They
trees,
are.
and and of course Helen Marie Taylor herself did leave a trust for it, but still, yeah, I mean you're in
But
need of
she
raising
she
this money.
Her foundation supports 3 different museums.
Okay.
So we have a limited budget. It's
Right.
not like carte blanche.
Which
you
would
know,
be nice, but
Which would be nice, but it isn't.
it isn't. Yeah, yeah.
So we're having to do fundraising and all of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned, I mean, you've got some grants out there that you're hoping
do.
those
I
come
do.
in, and those will be awesome. But you do have some rather significant artifacts there. I know the Jacob de Cordova map.
Yes, we
Is
have a
there.
map that is from 1851, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very rare.
Very
Yeah,
rare.
It's very
indeed.
rare.
Yeah.
And we also have a treaty that was signed by Sam Houston.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting things about Sam Houston's name, they haven't determined whether this was something he was doing on purpose or whether it just is the way it looks. But when he signed his name, Sam Houston, it looks like I am Houston.
Oh,
If
interesting.
you look it up online, it's really an interesting thing to look at. I'm going, whoa, really?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I thought that was
But again,
very
it is a repository of significant Texas and certainly Central Texas history, and that's why Michael Martin Murphy, loves the work you do there so much, because
yes.
his passion really is for Western
Well, he has a
poetry
Western,
and
a Western History Institute, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it's an Institute of Western History and Culture, and I think it's in Dallas,
Yeah.
the Dallas area. I need to go see
Yeah,
it.
he grew up in Dallas.
Yeah.
But he latched on to the country vibes and really has had an amazing, fabulous career,
Oh,
and
yes,
for
sure.
it did his famous songs. But so the Christmas show, what kinds of songs will he
He
be doing?
does some religious songs, and he does, just really wonderful, just Christmas, mostly Christmas songs, and it's just really a nice program. And he's very, he talks about the reason for the Christmas holiday, and
Yeah.
why we celebrate Christmas and whose birthday it is and all that.
Yeah.
So he's into it,
Yeah.
which is wonderful.
Take a break. Sorry, I'm just. Okay, we can start back and I
right.
can close it out. Sorry about that. This doesn't happen very often. Here we go. Well, his Christmas show is going to be amazing. Again, it's going to be
It's
December
very-
16th at the Hippodrome. Tickets are available how?
On the Hippodrome website, or you can go to thundertix.com, I believe it is, and sign up there and get your tickets there. I haven't checked it to see how they're selling, but
Yeah,
we're looking forward to it.
it's going to be a
It's
great
gonna
show.
Be fun.
Monday night, December 16th at 7:30 at the Hippodrome.
Yes.
Go and support by being there,
Right.
the Taylor Museum, and enjoy some fabulous Christmas country music with Michael Martin Murphy. Thank you. Thank you for the
cool.
album. This is awesome. Thank you for being with us for Central Texas Events, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.